This is our end of the day, second day. And we're going to kick off the closing remarks with Stephen Boyd. And then Moses and I will give our own closing remarks and have a few thank yous. And then we all get to go eat and drink some more. I hope we fed you enough. All right, so let me introduce Stephen Boyd. He's the Samsung professor in the School of Engineering and a professor of electrical engineering. He also has courtesy appointments in many departments, management science and engineering, computer science. He's a member of the ICME. Maybe he's also in philosophy and who knows. It's all over the place. He started life as a control theorist, which he's now recovering from. And then he kind of mutated into a convex optimization guy, where he is truly a rock star. He wrote the definitive book on convex optimization, and he's made many, many profound contributions to research in this area. He's also a phenomenal teacher. He teaches the most popular class in electrical engineering on convex optimization, and he regularly achieves astronomical teaching ratings and accolades about his teaching. Both his research and teaching have been recognized with many prestigious awards, including awards for control and optimization from the IEEE and the mathematical, whatever, whoever does optimization. And then he also won the IEEE Education Award, and he's a member of the National Academy of Engineering. He's a very funny and sarcastic, as I'm sure you'll find out. He's a great cook, he's a great friend, and he's the next department chair of electrical engineering starting in January. So I'll turn it over.
By the way, my remarks are going to be substantially shorter than Andrea's introduction. I'm delighted to be here. It's been a fantastic couple of days. And I'm just going to say a couple of, it's going to be shorter than your intro. So actually, the first thing I wanted to just say something is about the importance of diversity in academic departments. And I mean diversity in every way. Diversity across types of, the types of things people do, backgrounds, culture. Here's one, gender. There's a diversity. So this is actually extremely important for departments. I mean, I guess there's been all this research that shows that diverse organizations actually thrive, that it's actually, or as Persis said, like perfectly the first day, just remember, if you're in some place and you're integrating that crowd, they need you. It's not the other. It's not that they're allowing you there. So it's extremely important. Now, the most obvious one when you walk into like an EE or CS department, a typical one, the most obvious axis where diversity has not been achieved is gender. So. So actually, I mean, that's why I'm especially happy to be here. I'm as happy as Andrea to see Packard 101 filled with like brilliant, energetic women. So it's fantastic. When do you think this will happen again? Oh, sorry, that was kind of.
When you hire all of them.
Can we do that? I'm not chair yet. I'm not chair yet. Abbas, can we do that? I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know. The dean and the provost are women. But we'll see if they're really. We could do that. Actually, yeah. You could put the offer in their bag when they're heading out. We'll see. It may. Yeah. Maybe not this time, but next time. Yeah. You have to sign it exactly. Oh, I have to sign it. Yeah. I don't know because I'm not chair yet, so I don't know how these things work. Well, we and a lot of other departments, have been working. We've been working on trying to achieve diversity, or as many people I know would say, we're not doing so well. But I mean, we're doing okay. If you look on a 30-year time scale, it's better. We have a long way to go. When we have these discussions, what happens is these discussions always like move towards it always ends up at the dreaded pipeline, right? So people here know about the pipeline. So people say, well, why haven't you hired, why? And we'd say, well, but the pipeline. Anyway, so this is the pipeline. I couldn't be happier, right? So this is just, here it is. Here's your pipeline. So I couldn't be happier. So So I was thinking of all sorts of things to say. Unfortunately, other people said them the whole ruined. And I was holding out even by the first panel. Everything I was going to say had already been said, and even worse, more articulately than I would have said it, which really pissed me off. I was holding one back, and sure enough, I don't know, Yelena or Stephanie or something ruined it. Anyway, so I complained to Andrea, and she said, "Well, that's okay. By the end of the workshop, they'll be tired and they'll have forgotten." So I'm sort of hoping. So I decided I'd give two pieces of advice, right? So the first is seek advice, but then don't take it. So the truth is, actually, people already said that several times, right? So, talk to people about what you're doing, how much, how much of your time to allocate with this or that, or what research direction. So talk to all these people and then ignore it. Or I think, as Stephanie said, what was it? Go to sleep on it or something? Was that it? I think. And then there was something about putting it in the closet. Anyway, well okay. So that's my. Now, actually, my second piece of advice, which actually also was said, is have fun. So if you go into academia, it is a lot of fun. It's an unbelievably rewarding thing to do. It is just fantastic. Now, I say this because, I was sitting in on some of these things, listening about, interview and, tenure. I was getting nervous. And then I remember, no, wait, I have a job. I went and checked. I am tenured. So it's like, anyway, I'm just saying that, you could get nervous, right? So all I'm saying is, sure, think about those things, but please have fun. That's why we're doing this. It's a fantastic job. It's almost like it's pretty much in fact, you should keep it a kind of a secret. It's kind of a scam, right? Because you sit here at a top university, and then the best people in the entire world come. They're super eager, energetic, brilliant. They work with you, and the truth is, actually, they're going to do well anyway. But we like to think, oh, look what we did. So anyway. It's a great thing. It's a good thing to do. And not only that, I mean, you and maybe your students or whatever might actually have impact. That does happen sometimes, right? So and that's great. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna finish with some thanks because I don't know, I thought this was just like fantastic, and there's a lot of people. This didn't just happen. I guess this was started at MIT, and so I mean the people who started it need to be thanked. I mean, this is incredible. This is the 5th year, right? So that's amazing. More locally, Abbas brought it here, so I guess we're here now because of Abbas. So I want to thank the organizing committee. Just like, again, this is just amazing. There's a ton of work, and it's just great. All the panelists, I thought that the panels were amazing, except that some of them made me nervous. But other than that, I mean, that's good. A little bit of nervousness is fine, right? So I thought that was really good. But, I want to thank the chairs. So Andrea and Moses are like, please. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, this is fantastic, right? So yeah, I mean, you may have figured out, or maybe just by observing your advisors, that it can be kind of busy as a professor. And you actually don't have to do stuff like this. So it's just especially wonderful that, and if you knew what Andrea was doing, she's doing about 50 things, each of which is a full-time job. So, okay, Moses is doing about 10. I think five. So, I mean, anyway, so for many reasons, just thank you so much. It's fantastic. Actually, the last thanks is probably the most important ones. That's actually to you, the participants. So thank you for coming. I mean, it's unbelievable that you issued 70 invitations and 70 people came. So I wish our admissions worked that way. So it doesn't. Yeah. For that matter, our faculty recruitment. But yeah, we didn't get it together to put your offer in the bag, but maybe we'll send it later or something like that. So anyway, thank you to all of you. It's simply been fantastic. So thanks to you. Thank you.
I can't leave yet because Moses and I have a few more thank yous, which are repeating what Stephen said. So he just did to us what he said the panelists did to him. All right. So first of all, I want to thank Abbas. He really was instrumental in bringing Rising Stars here. He wrested it away from MIT. They've never allowed it to be away from MIT more than 1 year. And he's the one who said we have to bring Rising Stars to Stanford, and funded the workshop. So all the food and drink and everything you guys got is because of Abbas. He was really the cheerleader for this workshop. And so we have a small gift for Abbas. We're calling him a fallen star now that he's not. We want to thank the organizers. So we're co-chairs, but the organizing committee did an incredible job. We've been meeting over the last year, actually. The organizing committee is the group that looked at all of your applications, picked you out of the 373. We read every single application at least twice. And, we're blown away by all of you. When I said in the welcome dinner, we've been looking forward to meeting you for the last year. It's really true. And thanks to the organizing committee for really putting in the effort, not only to plan what we were going to do with this workshop starting a year ago, make suggestions, read your applications, come and participate as panelists, as chairs. Eric did an unbelievable job in his talk, so I think he deserves a special round of applause. I don't know if any of the other organizers are here. I think, Audrey is here. Okay, Audrey was actually not supposed to be here, but she was unbelievably instrumental in all of the ideas. She's the one that recommended that we give you guys a book. So if you like the book that you got, it's thanks to Audrey. And many of the suggestions in the program and things large and small, Audrey really did an amazing job. So thank you so much for your efforts. I want to thank my co-chair, Moses. He was really my partner in crime. We had interesting meetings over wine at the faculty club, wondering how in the heck are we going to pick 70 people from these 373 applications. In fact, we were only supposed to have 60. And we told the boss that we had to have 70 because you guys were too good. So that was the extra $20,000. But anyway, Moses and I really, it was a great partnership. And I think it was a joy to me to put it together with you. So I want to thank you for being a fantastic co-chair. And you get a bag, too. He's a rising star. There we go. All right.
Thank you. Well, I want to say I couldn't have asked for a better co-chair than Andrea. She was, inspiring, dedicated. She did all the work. I get to share the credit. Really, so many things happened because Andrea made it happen. So thank you, Andrea. I do have something special for you.
Hey, thank you very much. Okay, a couple more thank yous before we thank the participants. So Jim in the back there was one of the key administrative organizers. He's the one who kept you guys on time, was helping us carry stuff in on Saturday. Jim, this is yours, so please come up and you can get it later. No, you should come up and be recognized. Round of applause for Jim. Thank you for your contributions. The two other people that were truly instrumental in this workshop, it would not have happened without them, are Rochelle and my amazing admin, Julia. So I'd like you both to come up to be recognized. So Rochelle, she did the website, she did the bag design, she did everything that looks pretty that has anything to do with this workshop is Rochelle. She also really helped with the brainstorming. I mean, every time we found some issue on the website, she was on it, she fixed it. She was really an incredible resource to us as co-chairs, so we want to thank Rochelle. And we have some flowers for you. And they already took their bag, but they didn't take any chocolates because they said those are for attendees, so you get. Thank you. Oops. And then this workshop would not have happened without Julia. She was, I mean, you all know, it was funny when we were at the welcome dinner and you all came in and I was standing there and you all went up to Julia because you knew her. She's the one who sent out all the emails. She organized everything. I mean, she was here this weekend until late at night, you know, making sure that the folders were not crooked and that, I mean, every single little detail. This workshop maybe it would have happened, but we really would have muddled through without Julia. So I am so grateful to her for making this workshop as special as it was for all of you. So thank you so much, Julia. You also get flowers. And, you know, a funny anecdote about Julia. So I was trying to hide the flowers because I wanted it to be a surprise. So they're in the back room, you know, and I sneak in at 4 o'clock to make sure that they were there. And who walks in? Julia, is everything okay? Do you need anything? So I couldn't even surprise her with the flowers because she was so on top of everything. So anyway, let's give another round of applause to them. And finally, we want to thank you all for coming to Stanford. We want to thank you for being the future leaders of the profession, for sharing your aspirations and goals and accomplishments with us. It was inspiring, I think, to both of us to get to know you, to mentor you, to see you in all your glory. And we really look forward to having you as our colleagues and our peers in the years to come. We wish you much luck and success and happiness in your professional and personal pursuits. And we will always be around if you need a little more mentoring than we were able to give you in this workshop. One of the most rewarding things about a mentoring relationship is it never ends. And so all of you are kind of part of our family now. And please feel free to reach out if there's anything more we can do for you in the future. So I'd like to give you all a round of applause for being so spectacular.